Welcome back to another episode of As Reacts. I'm your boy Azro, and today we are getting into, it's not new because it's the diaspora war, but American Indians / Black Americans versus Africans. The boycott of Africans. It's crazy because it's really just crazy. It's like I've noticed a pattern with the Africans. Everything is blame Black Americans, and if you don't believe me, just go look back. Like shit that we didn't even say. There was a Cuban dude who said something about some island shit, and Black Americans got blamed for that. Or not Cuban, but Caribbean. Like he that's a Caribbean American saying that. It's not a Black American, but yet they came for us. I got some proof in here that's gonna talk about it, but I feel like every time it's a problem, they come for us. And even if we not even saying shit, they still come for us. Like, y'all showing that y'all don't like us. But like I said, this is the cancellation or the boycott, and it's ramping up. And I'm gonna be bringing videos about it. So let's go ahead and get into these videos.
Black Americans are getting jumped. Everybody hates us. It's so bad, I'm kind of proud of this right now because we don't come together like this. We're the only group of people that have think pieces on the other sex, specifically in our race. While our oppression didn't manage to make us hate ourselves, it definitely made us hate each other. And that's evident in our music and in the media. But right now, in this moment, ain't no Crips and Bloods, ain't no East Coast versus West Coast, ain't no North versus the South. In this moment, we are all Black Americans. We're in the field and we're getting jumped by every other group of people. So it's just strategy. Enemy of my enemy is my what? My friend. We proved we could hold our own against white people way before the immigration boom. The issues about this economy are too important to be making decisions based off of emotions. And plus, they love saying how lazy we are. It's called working smart, not hard.
So when people talk about DNA testing, I don't think people are aware of what DNA can and can't do. There are a lot of wonderful things that DNA can do. One of the things that DNA cannot do is tell you the names of your ancestors. It can't even tell you the name of your father or mother. That information has to be typed into some kind of system just so you can verify what it is. Let me slow it down a little bit more, okay? If you had a paternity test, say you're a baby and they swab your mouth and they swab your father's mouth, okay? The point of identification is when they write their name down on a document to identify themselves as your father and them identifying you as their child. That's the only time when names are going to pop up. But you getting that swab on your cheek, your toe, your eyelid, your nose, your ear, your snot, your saliva, your shit, your piss, your blood, your eyeball, your eyelash, it does not matter. None of those things that have your DNA in it is going to tell you a name of anybody. So when we're talking about finding out who our ancestors were, you cannot do it through DNA. Y'all have a hard time understanding this. This is why we say do your genealogy. Why the genealogy? Because they put those names down. They wrote on documents. There's paperwork behind it. That's why. So there is no such thing as a simple answer because it's much more complex. You're just a dodo.
Screaming that we were copper colored, but haven't showed us any goddamn copper colored artifact.
And Port City, nigga, you lying. Every day on this app, people show your artifacts of people depicting Negroid features. You talking about the copper color aspects. We done showed y'all photos over photos over photos over photos of people being copper colored in the Americas. Myself personally, I showed you the book Allegory of the Continents. Y'all try to say anything to, oh no, wham. And y'all don't ever debunk the stuff that anybody show you guys. So stop lying to your platform And just be honest, I would respect you more if you just say either you're an agent and you get paid to do this, or if you sat back and just kept it real and just was like, I don't know how to debunk it. I'm not going to study the American continent. How can you study the African continent like a lot of us did and call yourself a researcher, but you never went in depth and studied the American continent and come and tell people where they're from? It's not on the same level because you haven't did the other half of the coin to even study the Americas in depth. You haven't questioned the colonizer narrative, so we can't trust you because at the end of the day, anything the colonizers say, you're going to run with, you're going to walk with because you're not questioning the narrative. So it's very unfortunate that you get up here and build a platform just off trying to make fun of the truth. But you better be careful because the true creator of the universe knows the truth and you're issuing out the bullshit. So at the same time, yeah, get your shit together and stop being on here with all that cap ass shit.
Does it really speak volumes? I hope it's real fucking loud. Y'all others, y'all tethers ain't never wanted anything to do with us. All y'all ever wanted to do was leech off of our benefits. You can try to gaslight all you want to, lady. It ain't about white people joining with us. White people been wanted y'all out the country. Black people voted for y'all to stay and come over. But since y'all showing y'all whole ass on social media, we're gonna join them. We don't need white people to join us. All we gotta do is join them. Black people in this country been dealing with racist white people. Those are the devils we know. We know how to handle them. We've been handling them since we got over here. The white people I know don't even call it immigration anymore. They call it an invasion. So understand, we don't need them to come to our cause. All we have to do is join them in theirs.
Let me tell y'all something. Caribbeans refusing to not only stop celebrating Juneteenth, but still insist on playing their own music, flying their own flags, eating their own cultural food. I hope Black Americans understand that this is a protest against Black Americans. I hope that y'all truly understand that. The same way white immigrants are protesting what they view as white Americans because they don't view our government as our government. You feel what I'm saying? The same way they are protesting white Americans. What do you think these black immigrants are doing? You feel what I'm saying? This is a protest. Y'all think it's a coincidence a couple days after a flag day? Was that not enough? You feel what I'm saying? Not a month after Haitian Flag Day or Haitian Freedom Day? You feel what I'm saying? It is a protest showing that we are not here to respect you. We are here to get your identity and your stuff. What part of that don't y'all understand? You feel what I'm saying? They honestly think that taking flags out of bios is just enough. Just enough. Y'all fail to realize even if a law does not exist to us, we're still home. Even if a law does not include us, we're still home. You feel what I'm saying? But I hope that y'all truly understand it. Y'all sitting around, y'all talking about why is the Caribbean food being served at the African American Museum for Juneteenth? That is because of who's in power. Y'all have black is blacked us for so long. This inner argument with Foundation Black Americans, just us. This inner argument that always happens when these topics come up, and y'all will turn around and black is black. We're all black, and this is why this type of shit goes on. Because people like y'all view them as just black is black, and they get in positions of power and do this retarded ass shit to us. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for all their holidays to get the fuck up, because giving y'all a holiday to celebrate on somebody else's land. I mean, come on now. The least y'all can do is turn around and get y'all foot off people's neck. You feel what I'm saying? Do y'all really think that the videos of our elders talking about giving us old Indian stories or telling us the stories of the land, how they acquired this land, how did they make money during the plantations and X, Y, and Z, do y'all really think these same videos don't go up on their timeline too? Yes. And you know what happens? They then peek in the living room, look at their grandparents with disgust. They looking at their grandparents sit on the floor chopping up that meat. And they all know the story they got to tell them is a boat ride and they poor story from their land. That's it. And they don't like it. They don't like it. Y'all really think that none of our elder videos go up on their timeline? They skip it. They don't like it. They don't like their stuff. Okay? They don't like their stuff. The same thing I said about accents. Why New York accents sound a little funny. Why Atlanta accents sound a little funny. That is because you are looking at black immigrants that are born and raised around us. So they have a twinge of an accent. But see, theirs is still up underneath it. Because they're going into a house with a different culture, a different accent, and a different way of life. So their only ties with that specific accent and that specific culture is their immediate surroundings and movies and movies and music and shit like that. They're not going into the house, and they're not passed on the same way we're called. Certain ones of us are called wise beyond our years or something like that, or we sound old and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because this type of sayings that we are saying, it has been passed down to us from our grandparents, and you know what I mean? Well, hell, color me pink and put me in a pig pen. You feel what I'm saying? They don't have that, and they're angry about it. That is why they have been protesting, being clandestine on being able to cosplay us. They really think that taking flags out of bios is enough. They really think that their brown skin and the ability of people to not be able to distinguish us visually is enough. They don't get it. Losers.
To my fellow Black Americans, we're gonna have to start gatekeeping. Yeah, we're gonna have to. These people done lost their damn mind. Juneteenth really showed me something. These people done lost their everlasting mind. Yeah. There's a sense of entitlement, and it's on another level. I don't know if it's because our ancestors made it so easy to come here in this country. And even that, we fought so hard and we literally get slapped in the face. We fought our ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears. Then they come here and they think that they can redefine our history without actually knowing or understanding it. Telling a Black American that the term Black American, or it's not real. We are real. We are an ethnic group. We've been in this country. I have well over 5 generations here. We have to bring back gatekeeping. There's no way that we would be able to do this to anyone else's culture. But because they come here, they think it's okay. Because their parents and their grandparents came here, they think it's okay. It's a problem. It's a problem. And I hate to bring it to this, but it's an issue.
And while we on it, I need to talk to the immigrants that came over here and then y'all want to try to talk shit to Black Americans about why we're not here, why we're not there, why we're not this. So let me tell you something, and let me tell you how this fucking shit works here in America. Because y'all don't understand how this shit works. Every incentive that Black Americans made to better ourselves in this country and to put in law, we don't get none of that shit. It goes right to immigrants that move here. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. And that shit has pissed off the poor whites so fucking much that they're willing to cut everybody's fucking leg off in this bitch. Because y'all get more incentives than everybody else who lives in fucking America, including Black Americans. Okay? Now, all Black Americans want is to be fucking treated equally and fairly, give us what's owed to us, and get the fuck on and leave us alone. That's all we want. That's all we want. Okay? But I had one time a friend who was from Vietnam come up here and talk about, well, I came over here with nothing, and I got this, and I got so far, and I got this money. Bitch, you work under the table. That's how you get the money you get. All your money was not on paper. Your shit was under the table. You know what that means for a Black Americans to work under the table? Selling fucking drugs. It's not the same. It's not the same, bitch. We don't get those type of incentives like you do. We don't get to work on that table like you do like that. Huh? Because our only way is to fucking sell drugs and we gonna work on the table. And that puts more eyes on us already. Huh? Stop fucking playing, bro. Stop fucking playing. Now we do not like anything that goes on in immigrants. We are proud that they get to get their incentives and everything else. That's fine. That's fine. But you want to know why them bitches over there is so pissed? Because y'all are getting the incentives that Black Americans made for this fucking country. And they didn't want to give that shit to us. So it was like, yeah, we're going to give it to them over here. Because fucking racism. Like, y'all starting to piss me off. Y'all starting to piss me off. Y'all starting to piss me off, okay? Y'all starting to piss me off. because them bitches over there are willing to fucking drop bombs on everybody in this bitch because y'all get the incentives. Y'all get better than what the Americans get. That's the reason why the fuck they acting like that in the presidency. That's the reason why the fuck they acting like that. Not us, them bitches. But y'all want to keep attacking us. Stay y'all asses over there. Stay y'all asses over there because y'all keep treating our kindness for fucking weakness. And you got us fucked up. At this point in 2025, we want to burn this bitch to the ground. Do you understand me? Stop fucking around with us. Stop fucking around with us. Go now. Go now.
Since you African descendants don't understand the English coming out of my mouth, I guess I'm gonna have to speak in another language. Tanan katawesa. Tanan tamaya katamawea. Kanani tamora takare. Kinema kakatawasa exera benecheo. Kanena nemaka I katewasa mayo late wana. Kanema katawesa swadohien. Lavana haveka osara dagani. Kamo katamawea aguara. Kanakasi temora tatomen. Dayola makaya dea koyani. Laka koya tanoya tano takteda katawasa. Tachika I tepa no kesa. Teknoteya nechike. Kanishin washa tekteya neshi. Tiene wiha nankito. Kananina wenane ka isase. Swate ka iasesa. Kosama en kapedena. Chirelave osa I ta ikani. Que no aceita, que on 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 aceita. Anyways, I took the DNA test to test the authenticity of the DNA test. I took the DNA test for an experiment. I took the DNA test for this little mini documentary that I'm doing with my friends. You took the DNA test because you don't know what your ancestry is, and you needed the test to find out where your ancestors come from because you don't know yourself. Don't come on my page telling me who I am, but you don't tell me what my ancestry is. You are not my daddy, you ain't my grandma, and you have no authority over me.
Man, get in here, get in here, get in here. I had to see why these Africans want to call us Africans so bad. And come to find out, these Africans or Africa were never named Africa. And guess who started this whole problem? And you guessed it. All roads lead to Rome. Now, before I show you these receipts, these are the original Africans. And I'm about to show you this, about to blow your mind. But these so-called Africans, I'm gonna show you the real name of Africa. And I realize it's due to jealousy. These Africans are spreading hate and trying to use us. But let's go down this rabbit hole and let me blow your mind. All historians agree that it was the Romans' use of the term Africa for parts of Tunisia and northern Nigeria, which ultimately, almost 2,000 years later, gave the continent its name. So, Rome been using the word Africa, and they needed to give it away to the indigenous peoples of North America. Now we have a problem. Let's go down to the etymology, and let me show you who was next called the Afrikaners or African. Let's continue, but you can go in and take a screenshot. But as you can see, Old English, Afrikaners, plural, native or inhabitant of Africa, right? Of Africa, African, from Africa, see Africa, use of white residents from 1815. So already the white peoples that's in North America came to North America and started calling us Africans, right? So now from 1815, the use of black residents of the US, 18th century, right? So if you see this, and sometimes was constructed to natives born Negroes, Native American, native born Negroes. See it? Native American, native born Negroes, the natives of America. And as you can see, from 1722 as or pertaining to black Americans. Did you catch that? Now, when Africa got colonized by the Europeans, they took on the Europeans' way of life inside the courtroom. And they tell us, black women don't wear wigs, and here they go wearing wigs. Now, this is the true name of Africa. Mblimblimen, right? Meaning the land of the black peoples. And Akan is the term used to refer to Africa, right? But the Western term is Africa. But over there, it's a Mblimblimen, right? Then they say, okay, a Capuline, then Africa, right? So the Africans trying to get us to take on the Roman name due to jealousy. The Africans don't even know where they come from. And they half of them not even from Africa. Did you catch that? So, who's the real African? Bing! Is they African? Nah. Is we African Americans? Nah. Thank you, Jesse Jackson. So if you'd like to donate $1, I greatly appreciate it.
So if y'all was really smart and y'all had any respect for my people, what y'all should have did is it's 54 countries in Africa, it's 50 states in America, it's 1.5 billion people in Africa, and don't even get me started on South America. What y'all should have did was join forces, which is what my ancestors tried to do with y'all. Afros, Dashikis, Mandela, and Marcus Garvey. Y'all should have connected with us, and we should have monopolized and dominated the whole world. But I'm glad y'all didn't do that and y'all showed us who y'all really are, because this is a true life testimony. Sometimes you will not get to the next step until you cut them off and let them go. Sometimes them people can't go where you going. It ain't for them, it's for you. And I truly believe that we ain't gonna get to that next step until we cut them off. They done already showed us how they feel about us in real life and on the internet when they took the TikTok away and they banned it. How many times do you have to keep getting stabbed in the back and getting hoes poked in the boat? Your ancestors told you all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Let me tell y'all something. Our oppressors lied so good about everything that when you finally find the truth, everybody thinks you're crazy. It is crazy to go against your oppressor's pen. So now everybody is coming out with this information about certain things that goes by what the oppressor wants us to believe, and they're finding information that goes against that, and it's valid information, and people think you're crazy since they've been indoctrinated from school their whole life. They just can't believe that there is something that goes against what they've been told their whole life. Everybody doesn't trust the government until all of a sudden it's history. When they have historically messed us over multiple times, you want to believe the history that they gave us. Most of the people haven't even looked at any type of history since they got out of school. Let alone a lot of people don't even remember most of the history that they did learn in school. Let's be real here.
Food landlord is mad. See what they are doing to us. We were asked to move out unaware. They came from the court of law. I don't know who they are. They just came with the police and said we should move out. We got this apartment. It's not up to it yet. They sold it out. The name of the food landlord is mad. See what they are doing to us. We were asked to move out unaware. They came from the court of law. I don't know who they are. They just came with the police and said we should move out. We got this apartment. It's not up to it yet. They sold it out. The name of the food landlord is mad. See what they are doing to us. We were asked to move out unaware. They came from the court of law. I don't.
See, and that's the kind of stuff that annoys me, because I have 2 black American parents. I have 4 black grandparents. I have 8 black great-grandparents. I am 100% black. And to tell a black American or an African American that they have to acknowledge some faraway mixed ancestry is A, disingenuous, and B, it's disrespectful to my blackness. I never said I was 100% African. I said I'm 100% black, and I am 100% black. Go ahead somewhere with y'all crazy ass complexes. No, we niggas in the US, we know we black, and we are okay with that. That is 100% fine and okay for us. Again, with the social construct of race, I am 100% black American in the space where I exist as a black person. because of my heritage, because of my lineage, because of the societal experiences around me. I'm 100% black. Back up.
Y'all are selfish as fuck. That's what this all boils down to. Black Americans are going through our own oppression, our own genocide. Yet y'all are demanding and criticizing us at every fucking turn. Y'all don't care about us, but you're demanding the same people to stand up for you. All you want us for is mouthpieces and shields. But you're mad that we don't want to be that? That's what y'all are complaining about, that we don't want to be your mouthpieces and shields while we're going through our own genocide. Y'all are selfish, evil, and cruel. Toodaloo.
Somebody was like, sis, we believe you, but we just want to know, why do the DNA tests keep coming back from West Africa? Y'all talking about 23andMe and Ancestry.com? Those are the only DNA tests. And they tell you when you do that, that is for entertainment purposes only. And if you want the real answer is that they don't have a sample from American Indian DNA. So when you get American Indian DNA, they reroute it and say you're from West Africa. That test is made up. It is not corroborated by any government. You cannot trust 23andMe and Ancestry.com is who y'all asking me why the test keeps coming back incorrect. If you take that test to the Creek tribe or any tribe and you say, hey, this test says that I am from, or any African tribe, and you say, hey, this test says that I'm from here, they're going to say, well, do you have any legal documents to prove that? Since I had to apply for a tribal card, I know that. But since y'all don't know anything, y'all think that the DNA test from 23andMe and Ancestry.com can tell you where you're from. Y'all, please, come on now. Only legal documents can do that, and I have done the legal research for you. In 1662, you were enslaved through the law, the baby follows the belly. That's America before the United States was formed. In 1682, the Virginia law tells us who is to be enslaved: North Africans and American Indians. In 1856, the Dred Scott decision defines the difference between the two groups of people enslaved and says that those two groups of people are the same color. One person is from the American continent and one person is from the African continent. Those people were all freed in 1865. You are the product, the children of those women enslaved. So you are either North African or American Indian, but you're a mixture of both. And that's per law. The law trumps DNA. DNA didn't exist till 1953. I just traced your lineage as American Indians and indigenous people to North Africa since 1662. So either you believe the truth or you keep following 23andMe and Ancestry.com. Listen to yourselves. Those are not credible sources. It's time to start thinking critically. What proof do you have that you're from West Africa that is corroborated and is not for entertainment purposes? This might be entertainment, but this is not for entertainment purposes. Everything I do is backed up by law.
You see this? This will forever be interesting to me because it's almost like whenever Black Americans do something great or they win something, it's like we always have to add in all these other groups of people that just came out of nowhere. And they all leave out key parts that plays a huge role in the historical facts. Like, for instance, Mexicans say that they helped Black runaways escape into Mexico, leaving out the part that Mexico participated in enslaving niggas. And the ones that helped the Black runaways were Black Mexicans that they later chopped their heads off. How you leave that out? Now this guy here, which I'm assuming has to be Haitian, is saying that Haitians should be included in the Florida Seminole Wars as if it was a fleet of these niggas. Like they just came and said, oh, we got to help the Miami niggas out. Let's go, y'all. Let's get the boats going. We got to go to America down to Florida. Where the boats at? Where the fleet? Who led the fleet to Florida? There is none, sir. There wasn't a huge army of Haitians in Florida helping out the Florida Seminoles. At best, I'll probably give y'all maybe 10 niggas who was in Florida helping. Haitian descendants. But that's still not enough to start fitting y'all names in our accomplishment. If y'all want to be technical, that's like saying Jamaica played a huge role in the Haitian Revolution, which they did. Supposedly the person who started the Haitian Revolution was a Jamaican. But we don't take that away from y'all. We let y'all have that. See what I'm saying? And then plus, the Florida Seminole Wars was going on way before 1804 when Haiti won their war against the French. So we always been fighting. This was a 10+ year long war. See what I'm saying? So to come in and start saying, we did a lot from y'all, nigga, when? At what point? We already was fighting for 10 years plus. Being a black American Floridian is literally the most hardest thing out there to be.
You know, I don't know if I'm having an identity crisis or something, but I'm Nigerian, right? I went to a black high school, HBCU college. Got a lot of nigga partners. Like, my mom and aunties and friends be telling me, come to a Nigerian wedding. It's gonna be, come to this graduation. Bro, I'm not going to that lame ass shit.
Africans told black Americans we don't have culture. Now they want to run away from their culture like they run away from their... Yeah.
This sounds very Africanish to me. Just because you don't like your country and you don't want to fix what's going on there, they move to another country. Well, you can't do ethnicity and ancestry like that. Descendants like that. You can't, just because you don't like your culture or you don't like the tribe you've come from, you can't hop into another tribe. It just doesn't work like that. You can't flee from your culture. You can't flee from your tribe. Your culture is your culture. What you was born into, that's what you was born into. I gotta stop being one-trick ponies. Like, the world is more complex than just fleeing or running away from problems you don't like. You can't do that with culture. Just because you don't like your culture, you find somebody else's culture more appealing, you're still, your cultural identity and lineage, still, you can't change that. You cannot change that.
Folks talking about, you want to go to war with Africa? Just watch. We're going to reject all of your business. First off, you can't motherfucking watch us tell you that we're going to be boycotting your shit and then try to do a Uno reverse and say that you're not going to give us any business. We already said we ain't coming, bitch. We're not coming. And you're not the majority black Democrat. You're not the dominant black society here. Black Americans are. The very people that you're trying to pretend that you're not going to give service to is the black dominant society, not you. So it's fucking hurting your business. Are you slow? How you going to go with the war with the people of the country you immigrated to and expect to still be wealthy and fucking rich and still expect all? No. Clear people don't like you like that to uphold your businesses or whatever business you think you got going on. So I look forward to y'all losing that battle. If this was a war strategy, this is the worst war strategy I've ever fucking seen in my life. You guys are not that. We are the blueprint of boycotting shit.
Good morning, my beautiful black people. I'm stopping to get some gas, but I just wanted to show you this bullshit that I just watched. Take a look.
I don't know if you guys seen the video where they were like, oh, they're going to boycott Africans. You guys cannot even boycott Lululemon, Walmart, and all those other racist brands that you guys continue to buy from. And then we have Amy Cole, a wonderful, wonderful black-owned business. I have her lip oil on. It's great. You guys cannot even spend $11, $18 there, but you guys want to boycott Africans. Do it now, please. Boycott us.
You were too busy bumping your gums when you should have been busy doing your research, because if you did, you would know that when the Black American Collective come together and say we're going to boycott, whoever we're boycotting is going to suffer and they are going to lose money. See, like the ancestors that came before us, we boycott, we fight, we make our voices be heard. But y'all not used to that. Y'all allow y'all countries to be colonized. Then you run here and tell us what we need to do. When we fight, y'all run.
Hi guys. So listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I don't just talk about it, I bees about it. So, since it's picking up so much momentum, since we are in a paradigm shift, and since we as Black Americans are really sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of telling them we are sick and tired of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not a Black American, I have picked a date, and I say starting August the 1st, for the entire month of August, we boycott African-owned businesses. That includes restaurants, hair salons, braid shops, etc., etc. It's time to show them that our Black American dollar is what runs this damn country. We are no longer tolerating disrespect. We are demanding it. We have been punching bags long enough. No more. So, I say again, August 1st, we're going to start, and for the entire month of August, no support for African businesses from Black America. Now, there are some of you in the comments that are saying, well, if we're going to do this to our own people, to Africans, which, by the way, they're not our own people, they are not Black American, and they don't even want to associate themselves with us, but I digress. If we're going to do this to them, then y'all are saying, well, we should do this to the Asians, we should do this to the Arabs, we should do this to this. I agree. And if you want to do that, start your cause. Shit, again, I bees in the trap. I'm about this life. We can do one ethnicity a month for all I care. Start your cause. Get out my comments. Start your cause and we'll follow it. That's it. Don't challenge me to do it. I'm doing what I believe in right now. So you do what you believe in right now. This one is August. Pick who you want to do for the month of September. State your case. Start your cause. Share your video that is motivating this. And rally the troops. I am all in. But right now, for the month of August, August 1st through August 31st, no support for African businesses. All right? And as I always say, Black American power. Let's go. So listen, if you are on board, like, follow, comment, share, repost, guys. Make sure to follow so you can be updated about new information. Okay? Bye.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to stop going to the African braiding salon, and I feel like a lot of Black women should do the same. Hear me out. I don't know if it's just me, but I honestly feel like I have anxiety and like legitimate trauma associated with these establishments. Like, it's that bad. You're there all day. They tell you one price when you get there and then tell you something different when they have you sitting down. They're disrespectful. They're rude as fuck. It's to the point where it's like dehumanizing at this point, honestly. Like, it's just not healthy. Like, I just don't think it's good for Black women's mental health to continue to patronize places that dehumanize Black women. And this is something that I've noticed. It's like the ruder you are with some of the people that work at the salon, the nicer they are to you. Like, it's weird as fuck. It's like they strive in this like weird combative space, and it's just not healthy. It's not cute. It's not professional. It's just it's honestly disgusting. I wouldn't even describe it as ghetto. Like, me calling it ghetto is actually an insult to ghetto people, because I know ghetto people who still conduct themselves with a certain level of professionalism. So it's beneath the ghetto. That's how bad it is. But yeah, y'all got it. I'm done supporting these businesses. I just don't think it's worth the time. I don't think it's worth the stress. If you know any African braiding salons in the Philly area, or in any area for that matter, that showcase just a certain level of professionalism, please comment below. I would love to support them. You know, we love to circulate the Black dollar. But what I'm not about to do is support businesses that foster an unsafe environment for Black women and for our mental health. Okay? Yeah, I will not be supporting these businesses that disrespect Black women. I don't give a fuck if you're Asian owned, Black owned, African owned. I don't give a fuck. If you disrespect a Black woman, you will not be getting my money. Yeah, that was my little rant. I know it was long, but yeah, comment below if you agree. If you disagree, I would love to hear y'all thoughts, because I just want to know, am I alone here? But yeah, I'll be back, y'all. Yeah, let's get into the set. But yeah, I'll be back for some more, y'all. Bye.
The white man didn't have Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift performing now, did he? The white man also didn't have a green bean casserole against jambalaya cook-off. Now, did he? And he also didn't get on the mic and say the originals are here. Now, did he? Because the white man understood how much of a cash cow Black American culture is. Meanwhile, the Nigerians hijacked, changed, and completely disrespected the whole culture. Yeah, we got a problem with that.
Black American delineation has nothing to do with anti-African, anti-Caribbean, or anti-other Black nations. It's about preserving culture, preserving inheritance, setting aside a particular group so that they are not forgotten. They don't want their ancestors, the sacrifice of their ancestors. They don't want the sacrifice of their people to be forgotten. You say that they don't have culture. You say that they don't have identity. And when they decide to set themselves apart, you say that they shouldn't. And no other culture is expected to absorb everybody else except Black Americans. You don't go to Jamaica and say, you got to accept us as Jamaican. You don't go to Haiti and say, you got to accept us as Haitian. Everybody else can have their identity. But when it comes to Black Americans wanting to set themselves apart, you say, oh no, you guys you're xenophobic, you're Zionists. No, stop gaslighting them. Are there some extremists? Yes. But that doesn't represent the whole group. It's important that this group is set aside because they do have an inheritance. They have a special tie to this land and a special history to this land, and they deserve that observation.
How many of y'all children ain't got neither one of their parents? Them your people right there? Huh? You gonna keep talking about our kids? Them y'all kids? Them your people? And this is not a joking matter at all. I do not think I'm better than that baby. If I could, I'd wrap that baby in my arms. But his parents would come to this country and treat us like shit. He would get taught to grow up and come to this country and treat us like shit. Quit talking about our kids, because we can really talk about y'all's.
Cocoa and Africa's food come from where, please? I love proving y'all wrong because y'all Africans really think y'all have a higher intellect than us, and we laugh at y'all on a daily basis. So like I was saying, many important staples in many African regions came from the Columbian Exchange. Imbecilic simpletons. Corn, cassava. Cassava is your biggest cash crop, and yes, cocoa. Maize cultivated by natives, aka us, became a staple food in Africa due to its adaptability and high nutritional value. You're welcome, Nigeria. Cassava, the drought-resistant crops, became essential, particularly in regions with low rainfall. Ghana and Nigeria, you're welcome. Cassava does good because y'all land is too dry to grow anything else. Peanuts, tomatoes, chili peppers were also introduced. Like, stop acting like y'all the motherland, bro, when most of y'all crops came from across the water. Y'all relying on too many other lands to be the motherland. Checkmate.
So streamers like Kai Cenat or other major big figures proves why delineation needs to happen. It's not even a choice at this point. And the funny thing about it is, most of these Black immigrants think that this shit is a game. This shit is not a game. Once we see that flag in your bio, or you repping another country, or have said something negative about Black Americans, your ass out of there. And don't get it twisted. A lot of them know what time it is. That's why they're trying to stop it and call it a xenophobic or say why we don't feel the same about the white man. We do. We feel the exact same way. But you in the way. You take advantage of the culture, trying to blend in with us, acting like you're one of us. But once you get into a certain status or space, then you start showing your prejudiced ways, saying things like Black Americans don't have any culture, undermining us. But if we would have known this before, we would have never supported you. And don't y'all forget, Black Americans made being Black cool. Africans ain't make being Black cool. Caribbeans ain't make being Black cool. It was Black Americans. The whole world copies us, not y'all. So what y'all gonna do when we delineate? Ooh, boy, it's about to be real hard on some of y'all. Boy, that clock ticking. And remember y'all boys, stay up top.
I've had a couple foundational Black Americans tell me, you know, I'm not Black and head back to Ethiopia, but that's not the vast majority of them. I'm pretty sure this entire movement is just about like respect and acknowledgement and respect and acknowledgement. Why are we so allergic to that? Why can't we just give these people their flowers? And foundational Black Americans aren't dividing us by acknowledging the differences in their contributions to this country, but rejecting that. Being so offended that they would come up with a term that would highlight their importance in this society where they have largely been disregarded. If you see no value in this movement and only see it as a threat to your place in society as an African immigrant, you're the reason for the divide, okay? You're the reason why we can't come together, because all they want is acknowledgement. And there are a lot of racist Africans in this country. That is undeniable. Undeniable. So why is it so crazy that Black Americans would want to highlight just how important they are to this country and to our immigration status? What?
Okay, there's a girl from Africa. She's tagging me in so many different videos. She wants my attention desperately. So I'm going to show you all the comments that she's been leaving, saying that we don't know where we're from and we hate ourselves. She keeps saying, you people and your people hate yourselves. And I'm like, girl, thank you for differentiating us. Thank you for calling us you people and your people, because you recognize that there's a difference and there's nothing wrong with that. Why are they so upset that we are not calling ourselves African? They don't do this to any other Black person in the diaspora. They're not doing this to the people in Britain. Well, they know they're literally like first generation. They just got there. But they're not doing this to people in the Bahamas. They ain't doing this to people nowhere else. Not in Jamaica. It's just what Black Americans, leave us the fuck. Let me show y'all, because she wants attention. Hey girl. Okay, so here goes some. Your people hate themselves. Her name is Iwenga. He's saying all this while looking Nigerian. Again, you in the comments, Abantu, Binu, I don't know what that means. There she goes again at the bottom. Your people, like she's just going in. She's being extremely xenophobic. Keep saying your people, you people, your people. Girl, you are sounding like a white racist person. Like, what the fuck do you want from me? Here she goes again, tagging me in all of these videos. I'm like, girl, it's giving obsessed. Like, what do you want? Y'all can pause to read. She keeps look, again, I finally responded. And I said, glad you're saying my people, because I love and fully associate with my people. I'm proud to be Black American. You're a little obsessed, sis. Stop tagging me. Imagine being obsessed with people that hate their African heritage. You crack me up. I said, you tagged me so many times, and I don't hate Africa. I'm sure the countries over there are beautiful. Why do you need us to say that we're African so bad? Y'all not doing this to no one else. Stop it. Like, sis, be nice. Relax. Here another one. I said, I don't know, but she's tagged me in so many videos. Like, sis, leave us alone. She says, I'm going to keep tagging you, babe. And your people hate yourselves. So we love ourselves and you hate that. Do you tell Nigerians that they're from Ghana? Do you tell Ethiopians that they're Senegalese? Leave us alone. Let folks identify how they want. It's not hurting. I am utterly confused. Like, why? Well, I guess I get it. I have a better understanding now why some people in the diaspora, particularly on the continent of Africa, are so hell-bent on us claiming African, because without us claiming that we're African, they cannot tether, they hate that word, and they can't take credit for the things that we have contributed to society. And I don't think that they like that. But to say that we hate ourselves, like, I think that is extremely, you're hateful and you're xenophobic. You keep saying your people, you hate yourselves. Why are you doing that? Imagine if we said these things to y'all. I'm never unprovoked. Anything that I get up here and say is never unprovoked. And I just want to prove it to y'all, because y'all keep swearing that I just be making up stuff. No, this girl is coming for me. Girl, I didn't send for you. Leave me alone. You said you was gonna keep tagging me, so that's why I made this video. If you would have just been like, all right, but you said I'm gonna keep tagging you like you're antagonizing me. Am I supposed to be scared? Like, bitch, what the fuck? Are you trying to press me? Like, what the hell, what's going on? Leave me alone. I gave you some attention because clearly you wanted it. I hope that you're having a good day. Happy Monday. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. You crazy as all outdoors, girl.
Look, the reason why they push Africans and Black immigrants into these entertainment positions is because they just shut up and dribble. They shut they ass up, take their money, and say nothing. None of them speak out against any social injustices, right? Now, when it comes to Black Americans are known for being boisterous. Whether you like LeBron James or if you don't, he's always speaking out about social injustices, right? He just doesn't shut up and dribble. But if you notice, all these Black immigrants, they just take their money and go home. They don't even speak about social injustices that's going on in their own homelands, right? Look at the model industry, right? I don't know the last time when they had a black American supermodel, but Tyra Banks, even when she was in the model industry, she spoke up against the lack of diversity and the lack of black women being in the model industry. You just don't hear that from these Africans because they just shut their ass up, take their check, and go home. They shut up and dribble. And this is what the people over the industry always wanted. They didn't want boisterous black people, right? So now they could get meek, humble black people that escape their villages, that escape poverty, that's okay with just running water, that's okay with just doing a little bit better than the rest of us and don't care about their own people. They got exactly what they want. And this is what they get from these black immigrants. Because they're, at the end of the day, they just looking out for self, right? Whereas black Americans, I mean, you may have some, but you have a portion of black Americans that will speak out against social injustice issues, against not only the black community, but all marginalized groups. You just don't get that from these black immigrants.
To the miserable ones that I say to boycott African businesses, have you forgotten we do your hair? Have you? Who's gonna make the next pretty whore for the ghetto, for the hood, for the neighborhood, right down the street?
Don't touch my head when it's the feeling I wear. Listen, Africans, please stop talking like you have growing hands. You do not have growing hands, and let's be honest, this is the honesty hour. A lot of you Africans just started getting long hair when black American women taught you how to grow long hair. Do we remember the early 2000s, the big boom of the internet? Well, YT, you know, the other social media site. Listen, black American women taught y'all how to do wash and goes. Y'all were not wearing wash and goes and defining your curls before black American women taught you how to do that. African men, you also copy black American men wearing do-rags and gelling your hair down and getting waves as well. Every time you go to an African braiding shop, you better be careful because you might not have any edges. They do not believe in hair care. They're not taking care of your scalp. That's why they tell you come with your hair blow dried, because they don't care about hair care. You do not have growing hands, and we need to end this kerfuffle. End it immediately, and I thank you. And I'm not talking about those women that be using that Shea Bay. I'm not talking about no Ethiopians and Egyptian adjacent looking people. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And you know who I'm talking about.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still in the motherfucking house. I'm still in the motherfucking house. I don't give a fuck. Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't.
And to all y'all Jamaicans and Haitians on the internet, I don't even know why y'all even playing like that, because y'all is not like that in real life. I'm from Cleveland, and where I'm from, Jamaicans know who they are, Haitians know who we are. Like, nobody really asks them, are you black? But if somebody was to ask, they gonna say, no, they are Zo, no, they are Rasta. The only people we really have problems with is the Hispanics on the west side that be trying to use the N-word, because we don't play that where I'm from. We not New York, we not Cali, we not Texas, we not Miami. Like, and that's weird anyway, but that's pretty much the only people who trying to be confused. Like, they give us our props and everything. I don't know why y'all want to try and beef for free on the internet, because again, you talk about mine, I'm gonna embarrass you every time. Just don't bring us up, you know, because like I said, I don't know if it's the inner city thing, you know, if that's what it is, but everybody knows who they are in real cities. I don't know what's going on in New York and New Jersey, but y'all acting real corny over there on that East Coast.
A Nigerian American man went on Twitter and called Tyler an uppity African whatever, and all black Americans, ethnically black Americans, got blamed for it, and we're still getting dragged to this day, although that wasn't from us. Jay Versace said something about African models, although he is, I think, either all Caribbean American or half Caribbean American, yet all the entire diaspora is dragging black Americans. One black American came on here and said they're boycotting African business, and the entire diaspora is taking the time to jump in and dogpile on black Americans and basically tell us how much y'all don't like us. And I'm seeing there's a pattern that one person can say something and the entire diaspora thinks it's time to dogpile on black Americans. You know, an African says something, no matter what the country, the rest of the diaspora does not jump on them. A Caribbean says something, the entire diaspora doesn't take the time to dogpile. But a black American says something, or presumed black American says something, and the entire diaspora takes the time to dogpile. It's like people cannot wait. Yes, there's ignorant people But I don't know. It's just this whole year, people have been searching for. I mean, the person who said they're boycotting African business. Who is that? Who is that? That is one person. The video didn't even get any traction until people started dogpiling on Black Americans because of one person who said that. And it started to disturb me how reactive people are to when you get a wind of maybe a Black American says something. Now the entire world that has a Black population is like, okay, let's talk about our grievances with Black Americans. And I feel like the energy is not reciprocated. We were not raised to say we don't like y'all. Like, growing up, I heard East Africans are the most beautiful people in the world. West Africans, you know, we started paying Africanism because we wanted to connect with our ancestors. With Caribbean people, we love the music, we love the food, we always, you know, liked y'all. But we learned that you guys were raised, when you come to America, don't be like those Black Americans. They're lazy, they're stupid, they don't have any culture. Like, y'all were raised with that. We were not raised with that. So I don't know why there's always this reaction, this strong reaction when you get a wind of anybody saying anything, because that doesn't represent us. It does not represent us. And I'm so tired of seeing these diaspora wars, because it's just like everybody's just dogpiling. Everybody's dogpiling.
I know that's crazy. Like, it seems like they don't like us. Which is fine, because, you know, a lot of us claim not to be them anyway. Like, we are two different people. All skin folk ain't kin folk. We might look alike because we have melanin, don't mean that we are alike. We are different people when it comes down to it. So them not liking us, cool, but don't try to steal our shit also. Putting us as the sits, whatever the fuck, in the AU to steal reparations or steal our fucking money. Nah, we're good. Leave us out of that. That money goes to us. We deserve that, not y'all. It wasn't y'all descendants. Remember, y'all know where y'all come from. Y'all didn't come from slavery. This is what y'all tell us. This is what y'all have told us. I have video proof on this shit. Just check my page. But y'all don't come from slavery. Y'all know where y'all come from. Your grandparents wasn't a slave. This is what y'all have told us. So why should y'all get our reparations? Y'all shouldn't. That's another reason to boycott y'all. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that we should, but I'm saying if it happens, they have their reasons, or we have our reasons for doing it. But hey, if you liked the episode, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. I know I didn't say it in the beginning of the video, but it's fine. Go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, because every little bit helps, and we thank you guys so much over here at Azrael Reacts. But I've been your boy Azrael. This has been another episode of Azrael Reacts. I got more on this coming. This is just part 1, so stay in tune. And I'll check you guys next time. Deuces.